Hello, welcome back to my channel, 18 Crow Tarot. Let's clear the energy and let's see what Spirit has in message. What message is coming for you? Let's see the energy today. Is Sagittarius and the 9th house. Let's look at the cheat sheet over here. Okay, so the 9th house is about travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, cross-cultural relations, ethics, learning. Sagittarius is also about expansion. Let's see. Which one is, oh, Jupiter, expansion. Wow, so there's a lot of expansion going on. Almost like in wisdom, you're learning, you're applying what you've learned, your ethics. You're seeking higher education if you're going back to school, or if you're just like taking on something new. Perhaps your spiritual awareness is also expanding, your philosophy in life. Perhaps you're integrating something as well. And hold on, because there's so much expansion. Let's see. Jupiter, oh, Jupiter rules Sagittarius as well. That's interesting. I had a feeling. I was like, if they're both expansion. Okay, so yeah, so you're in that element of exploring and yeah, okay. So let's see. Oh, let's start the timer. And let's see what else comes up. What the theme of this reading is. Play. Okay, so you're expanding the way you go about life, the way you show up. You're balancing out work and play. The higher education and wisdom, and or perhaps like you've learned enough, you know, or you've learned enough up to this point that now you're just like, okay, let's go and learn, play a little bit more. Wow, I just noticed I didn't turn on the candles, so let me turn them on right now. Everything that happens during the reading is a message, consciously or unconsciously, directly or indirectly. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Also, something I'm noticing is the 369 as well. Influence and curious. Okay, so I feel like that's like a little bit of a warning. Yeah, it's like distance, and it's like playing over here or playing also perhaps like rough playing. Like some things could start as a game and then it turns into something like an actual fight. I feel like there's a warning or a call to analyze the influences that you have, or the influence that you want to become in the world around you. Getting curious about the spaces that you live and seeing it from a bigger picture, like taking a distance as well, into reflect. Oh, let's see what else. Displacement at the bottom and new direction at the top. Yeah, so it feels like you are being called to continue. Like basically don't look back if you are, because right now we're like in the Mercury retrograde. Yeah, if you are being called, like if you're almost like scavenging for connections, or you're still performing in a survival mode, you are being called to go in a new direction. Perhaps there are people around you that are trying to make you feel like you don't belong, or they're too curious or asking too many questions about you, or I don't know, projecting like fears onto you and trying to put you into a state of survival mode. It's also, you know, it's also something to analyze, right? Because at the bottom of that we have direction and soar. So yeah, you are being called to observe everything, observe their motives, right? Their intentions, their motives towards you, or how they treat others too. Like how they treated others is exactly their true colors, and that's exactly how they would treat you, or how they treat you when you're not in the room. So believe it or not, that sometimes affects us energetically. Wow. Okay, so let's see what else comes up. What's the past? So lovers, and okay, so perhaps like a connection that didn't work out, or shame, or something emotionally just painful. Let's see the present. Okay, so there could be some anxiety or perceived anxiety, but you're seeing it. That was like the observing card. It's like you're observing it. Perhaps you're planning something about it. Yeah, you're planning to take action. You're planning to move towards your purpose, to see what that even is, what that would look like. Yeah, and then you are willing to put in the work. But what does the work entail is the teamwork with someone new, either creating something, building something from scratch, or building something with someone, or I like how this little crow has like a little a little like flower headpiece, and it's almost like being playful and enjoying the process. So it feels like even though the process might be a little bit wearing, like if it could wear you down a little bit, it feels like balancing it out with the play and enjoying the process of building it. It could go much easier, like expanding in the areas that like you needed, that you need to, like expanding your philosophy around whatever it is you're going through at this moment. So also we have the 6 of Wands, which is leaving behind any scarcity mindset and distancing yourself from that. Let's see what else comes up. What confirms this reading so far? The Tower. Yeah, so I feel like either you or someone, like, okay, so let's say if you took a distance from someone else, right? Even from yourself, like let's say self-abandonment, that's a real thing, and that causes anxiety. So like when you're not balanced in your energies, like if you're not grounded, not taking care of your heart, yourself, your mind, your body, it causes like a tower moments because of the anxiety. So like anything could be a big deal, and then anything could be like blown up out of proportion. So it makes it feel like you're carrying a burden, or you and if this is someone around you, and if someone else is having this anxiety and stuff, and or they're carrying emotional burdens that, like, you know, it feels like you are leaving that behind, and it causes a tower moment in their life because you're no longer carrying that for them. Like you kind of, like you moving out of survival mode, it kind of like helps you release what is not yours. Like you're responsible for yourself and your energies. Let's see what wanted to come up. Yeah, it's almost like that Four of Swords, which is like meditating and taking a moment, taking a step back, like learning from this tower moment, like this gap of time. That is like, okay, like have I reflected enough? And then now it's like, can I play and blah blah blah, but leaving everyone else's opinions outside. Like this window is shut off. Like it's like no one else has a say in the thoughts that you're to come, like the thoughts that you're taking with you, the thoughts that will shape your philosophy for life, will expand you, or, you know, because some of the influences around us, they might not be strong enough to even understand you, even understand where you're going, where you're meant to be soaring, what you're meant to be working on, you know, your purpose. Like they might not understand this infinite possibilities if they're over here like self-limiting, or also stuck in a different frequency, right? The shame, anxiety, yeah, like if they're battling themselves, it's not going to be serving you. But right now it feels like, okay, so you could be gaining strength in your mental and your intuition realm, right, while still blooming, while still enjoying, while still gaining confidence in trusting yourself, because we have the Four of Swords as well as the Two of Swords. So it can, you know, so it's like, let's say something bad is like trying to trigger you. Okay, so yeah, you are being called to temper. So if something is like going around trying to trigger you, take it as an opportunity to balance yourself, to train your mind. How can you gain more clarity? How can you stay on task? The Queen of Swords, yes, that's completely mastering your thoughts, completely mastering your boundaries, like the accessibility that you allow others, right? Others to have in your life, and as well as yourself, you know, because sometimes the third parties, like they can be gone, but they're invisible voices. They're the projections that once were so forced on you could still remain, can still linger. So now you have the strength to just sharpen it out, like just like, whoop, you have the consciousness of it, like you're aware of it, and now it's almost like with complete clarity you move forward. And then we had Judgment as well, which is complete transformation. It's ruled by Pluto. It's yeah, it's completely evolving. Your soul is evolving. You might not even look the same either, you know, because all of these changes bring about a radiance to you that is like felt energetically and also physically. Like you'll know when there's a lion versus a dog, right? Like you'll know the difference. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so it's like there's still some patience being asked. And then we have the King of Cups, which is being patient with your emotions, with balancing out. Like let's say if sometimes you might get triggered, it's like, okay, how can you balance that out? And then we have the Two of Pentacles, yeah, like stay balanced, right? That Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, like stay in balance with yourself. The King of Swords, that's like both the feminine and the masculine as well. And I believe this is Saturn energy, which is like being responsible for yourself, making sure that your responsibilities are coming in, are being fulfilled. But also, oh my god, I'm not gonna destroy this right now, but also remember that play card, being playful at the same time. Okay, so maybe not overindulging, right? Not getting completely drunk, because then that would also affect your ways of thinking, you know, your jobs and everything. So it's also like having the courage to stand up to the third party influences, to the habits that you're used to the compromises. Like let's say if for like 2 years every weekend you went out with the same group of people, or every third holiday or whatever it is, but right now you're being called for a different thing, you're trying to learn something different, and now those days are going to be occupied with something different, or you're just not feeling it anymore, or whatever it is, like you're expanding, you want to do something different. It's like you have to soar. Like it's like you have the strength to soar and to move with clarity, because the King and the Queen of Swords, they can't be fooled. 100% they can't be fooled. The Hierophant, also being connected to the higher consciousness, like being so wise, mastering yourself as well. It's like you hold the key. Nobody can have access to your mind to plant seeds of doubt, to plant seeds of lack, to plant seeds of whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like they can try, but it will just come back, it will just be reflected back to them. So there are a lot of changes happening. Let's see the hold on, let's see the let me speak. Okay, So you are moving, and sometimes you could be going fast or you can be going slow, but or it might seem like it's going slow, but you are being called to like take your time with this. It's not easy to like, it's not easy, but it is possible, right? And let's see the outcome. All right, let's see the outcome for this. The outcome, I feel like this is just something Spirit wanted you to know. It doesn't, it's just like, if it's a warning for some of you, it could be a warning. For some of you, it could be like a call for attention, something to ponder on. Page of Pentacles is the outcome, a new opportunity financially, a new idea, a new something tangible definitely coming to you, offered to you, because pages are like the messengers as well. So it's like something could be offered to you, something that could be joyous, and like that comes from like working in a team with someone else. The Devil, let's see what comes after that. Wow, okay, so there's something that like, there's definitely like some energy around that's being thrown at you, trying to derail you from this energy. 100%. Look at this. The Queen of Wands is someone that's like, if it's in the negative side, someone heartbroken, someone that's not tempered with their emotions. They could be very volatile and passionate about it, but also mentally unstable. And they're probably definitely, you know, like have like some type of entity attachment. Very volatile with their words, very bitter, no control over it. They're probably holding something like a grudge, you know, holding a grudge. The Hangman in reverse, someone that doesn't want to work on themselves, someone who doesn't want to like take the time to actually transform. They're resistant a change. They don't even understand the change. You know, the Emperor at the bottom, it could be someone controlling, or someone that could be jealous of your stability or may want what you have. You know, but it feels like, yeah, if they're projecting like confusions on you. That's why you are being called to stay balanced, to kind of like see through the BS of those people around you, like who's for you, who's not. The King of Pentacles is like, it's almost like someone who's very grounded, stable, like you don't need, like you kind of have everything. The Ace of Pentacles is like, it is that new opportunity that's, it's still coming to you, and it feels like this side energy is, they could try, but oh wait, oh my god, I always get confused with this one. Seven of Pentacles. I thought this was the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, having the courage to fight the mental fights, right? And having the courage to leave it behind, anything that's confusing, anything that's like disorienting, right? And just staying grounded. Look at this. Wow, yeah, look at this. You're communicating fast, like the Queen of Cups. It's like you're communicating fast with Spirit, so it feels like you're tapped in, and it feels like right now you're not even getting swayed, or you shouldn't be getting swayed by anything around you, and just keep going to build in whatever it is that you're working on. If this idea hasn't come, this financial idea, this project or something, it is gonna come, but you need to also like give a little bit of space and like reflect on it for the transformation to happen, because like to be a butterfly, like you still can't exist as the caterpillar, am I right, or what? To be a lotus bloomed, it's like it has to push through all that mud, and this is definitely muddy waters. I'm not gonna front, that's like complete muddy waters, but it's all right. It's still, I feel like it's just sharpening you. It's just like making you better. it's making you better. If you see it that way, that's what it is. Okay, so let's see what else comes up here. You could be getting like psychometry, the ability to perceive info or the history of an object. Like you could be getting like your abilities, like psychic abilities, challenge the perspective. So like if something comes up like that, you feel like it's not your thought, just challenge the perspective, right? But also knowing when to pick your battles, like the Queen and the King of Swords. Watch out for ticks, leeches, and energy vampires. That's like 100% like the third parties that are just like saying stuff or whatever. Love is the absence of fear. So yeah, like if you still have any fears, any lingering fears, you gotta shed everything. Sing your heart's song, like don't let anything stop you, just continue. Release any tension in your body, but the tension in your body will also tell you more about yourself. You ask for peace and harmony, so they got removed. So yeah, so if you're asking for peace, if you want harmony, and you have to understand that like some people can't come with you if they're always about drama, if they're always about chaos. If they love the chaos, if they love the drama, then go perform in a play. You know, go do your thing over there, but far from me. But don't bring it into a daily life. Don't bring it into, you know, your life. Yeah, your mind even. Listen to the birds. So being called to stay present. At the top we have ideal partner, which is also like becoming the ideal partner that you want for like a divine union. If you already are in a partnership, then it's like, okay, how can you be the ideal partner for yourself, or within, you know, that like you would want to date, because you get what you give, right? So we also have stop and stare, which is being called to the present. The left ear is self-reflection. So if you get like your ear ringing, it's just an inner guidance that's telling you that, you know, tap into those lessons, the philosophy. It's also the feminine energy, so it will tell you that it's like, okay, you are connecting to this high priestess energy, like you are connecting to the intuition. And treat yourself to your favorite dish. It's just like taking care of yourself, pampering yourself. You know, we had the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, you know. It could be cute. Birth a new way to love. So it feels like you have unlimited ways to love, and you are being called to continue to, you know, if you didn't know how to, it's like, okay, how can I be the ideal partner? How can I birth a new way to love? And start with yourself. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let's see. Oh, I changed the placement of this. Let's see an angel card. intention. Yes, the way you love, is it intentional or is it for gain? Your actions, what you're building, anything, what's the intention you're bringing forward? And just be intentional with how you show up in your life as well. Okay, so if you enjoyed this reading, please do all the things to help this reading get across, and thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.